Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and in this episode we're going to be looking at a little tool haul I picked up and a little update as to what's going on. I went down to Lidl's to go and get some cupcakes. Actually, we had a new family just been recently diagnosed with the same syndrome as Riley in our localish area, and they just left us after a nice little chat just to welcome it into the Smith-Magenis syndrome family. So that was cool, but whilst I was in the shop I couldn't help myself and had a look at the tools. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this little tool haul, and then I'll give you some updates as to what's going on. Right, so the first one on the agenda, I picked up Lidl's own sort of make, which is a Parkside stuff. This is a Parkside rotary tool. It's a bit like a Dremel effectively. I did need one. I was chatting to Roy's the boy the other day because I got to sort out a lawnmower, and he said you could do with one of them Dremel tools really. So I thought I'd pick that up. Let's put that tool back where it belongs because I'm trying to keep it tidy as I can, which is not really working. So let me grab that Stanley. Just have that open. So the Parkside stuff is not your professional any way, shape or form, but for what I do for like hobby stuff, it does the job, so that's cool. So it comes in its own little plastic casing, and it should come, I think it comes with some bits and pieces inside, but we'll have a look. So it comes in a standard black case, shockproof case, and inside it comes with the actual tool itself, which is pretty good. It comes with some kind of stand as well. You can hang the cable up and what have you. And there's the lead that comes with it. So that's pretty good. And then on top of that, it also comes with a little box of bits and pieces. Let me just put this back how it came. Put that on one side. It comes with its own little bits and pieces, and I've got some little tiny sanders and discs and stones and what have you in there. That retailed at, I think it was £16 in my area. There's got little polishing bits, little sanding stones, little wire brush. That doesn't look like it's going to be up to much, but that's pretty good. So that's pretty cool. Just some little fine tuning bits and pieces, just for little tiny pieces of work. But I thought, well, whilst I was there, I'll pick this up as well. So this is a Parkside again. I'm not going to affiliate with this lot, but this is a multi accessory toolkit. So this will fit the kit I've got. I did do an air one, which I should have picked up in hindsight, but I might go back and pick that up. I've got an air tool one as well, which goes with this kit. Good thing is with this little bit of kit, it comes on a little swivel desk as well, which is quite cool. And this is how many pieces is this? 276 pieces. And again, this is only hobby stuff, but so I'm not expecting it to last forever. But it's just when you need some fine stuff just to work on. If I can get it to come off without tipping it all over. There it is. Oh, little plastic cover. And it's got drill bits in there, wire brushes, polishers, a little disc. I'm sure you get some little flap disc with it, little flappy discs, grinding stones, different 80 grit papers, more grinding stones. It's just got a plethora of bits and pieces on there, so that'd be cool. I look forward to using that. So that's pretty cool. I'll pick that up. That was quite cheap. Was that about £7? I think it was. I might be wrong, but it's about 7 or 8 quid, I think. So that's not a bad little addition to the old toolkit. Let me put that back before I lose any bits. That one goes in there and clips down so you don't lose it. But I like it because you can put it on the bench. As I say, it just swivels. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And the last thing I picked up was this, a 59-piece organiser and storage set. So that's quite big. Put it up on the walls and you can just, you know, got all the trays. These were £19 a set. So I might go and pick up another box of these. It just gets everything off of the bench. You can put on all your nuts and bolts, pliers. I probably won't use it for pliers and stuff. I'll probably just use it for the bins, to be fair. But it's got hooks and all sorts on it, just to keep stuff out of the way and tidy. So that's quite a good little addition. So looking forward to that. Now the reason I actually picked up the Dremel kit itself. In fact, let me just turn that on first. Let's see what sort of power it's got behind it. It's got on the box. It says rotary tool PFBS 160B2 coming in at 160 watts. And as I say, it comes with a little stand that you can hang it up off the bench as well, so it's actually out of the way, so that's pretty cool. I like that. So let me just plug that in and just see what it sounds like. As I say, I'm not expecting anything massive out of it, just literally just for fine works. So what we've got on charge here, let me take out the drill and you hang it up on this little tiny device here. Hangs it up on the stand. It comes with 6 speeds. This is number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. And number 6. So that's pretty cool. And then you just get one of your bits, I'm assuming. Let's just put in this little wire brush. It's got a little button there, so I'm assuming you push a button in. It's not quick release. Oh, hang on, it says here, it says that way to open, so it must be that way to close it down. Open that up. That goes all the way in. Tighten the chuck down. Oh, that doesn't work. I mean, like to read the old instructions on it, because that hasn't gripped it. Bear with me. Always pays to read instructions, which I haven't done. Now the dog's whinging, she wants letting out the old ISA's got a chuck on it, I see. So you've got to put a spanner on that. Comes with a little spanner. I did see a spanner in here. Comes with a little spanner. And you tighten up. That is that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit actually. They've actually become quite a good little tool for for cleaning and what have you. So quite happy with that. So little update. You'll remember the Hayter 48 Pro that came in the other week. After quoting the gentleman how much it would cost to put it right, he was not happy to go ahead with it, purely because it needed, in my opinion, a new carburetor. The carburetor was US. Still can't free it up. Lots of people have said I need to get my hands on an ultrasonic cleaner, which is true. I don't have one, but I think they're around about £70, £80 for a half sensible one. At the moment, just sort of can't justify it. I've got to run my family at the same time, so I can't justify that. It needs a new carburetor, a new cable for a dead man, new dead man's handle, carburetor springs, and some other little bits and pieces along the way. Can't justify it, so he can't justify to pay that sort of bill, plus for labour in which it's going to cost to put it right and what have you. The height adjustment wasn't working, so that's something additional, so that all goes on top, and the bill that I gave him, which wasn't excessive, but I still wanted to cover my own overheads and what have you, he's decided now to part exchange that and take a mount field off of me, which I've got up and running, already serviced. He's going to take that, and I'm going to take the Hayter. So the Hayter will become an addition to my own stuff, and I'm even considering keeping it, because I sold my old Hayter and I do really miss it. The Honda, for me, for what I use, is not really cutting it. Sorry the pun, but it's not really cutting it. I'm tending to use a Viking more at the moment because of the rear roller. So the Viking is fine, but only stripes really nice when it's got a 3/4 full grass bag to use for weight on the back, and the Hayter has got a metal roller on the back and the weight is already there, so I'm looking at keeping that. So let's have a quick little look at what the Hayter currently looks like, and what sort of condition it's in at the moment. So here is a plethora of the Hayter's bits and pieces. I've already stripped the flywheels off, all the cowling underneath is off, nuts and bolts are all in there. So everything is in this box here, so it can't be lost. And over here is the Hayter. So here's the Hayter itself. As you can just tell by the bodywork itself, it's already been cleaned up, well oiled up. I've managed to clean the switch off already, that's all been done. But this is why I bought the Dremel, is to just take this corrosion off of here. I've started with the heavy duty one, but I want something just to clean all this up properly. It's been fully stripped underneath as well. Let me just try and tip it up for you without knocking everything over, because the height adjustment wasn't working on it. Over we go. I'll probably do about there. Let me just bring it down a smidge and in a smidge. Get you a bit closer. Just bring you right in there. And as you can see, I've had all the cowling off. The belts are in good shape, and I would say that when it was last serviced a year ago, these belts were changed, which is good to see. They generally change this belt, but not this one here. And these belts don't need much wear on them. If this belt wears out, then it will muck with your drive. Inside here was absolutely jam-packed with grass, snails, you name it. It was full to the brim. So I don't know quite where it's been getting in, but they certainly were. All of his bearings are going to need to be greased up, but initially it was just squirted with a degreaser of some description, and just giving it a really good clean. The boss is all in good working order, the belts are good working order. That all now works and everything is now free, but it was seized in here. So now if I pull it back a bit and tip the lawnmower back on its wheels very gently, that's it. Now you'll be able to see, get a bit of glare off that old shed door there, see that? Try and put it in here. Now you can see the height adjustment is now all been freed up and working exactly how it should do. But it wasn't before. It was stuck on level number 3, I think it was. It wouldn't go no lower. But that's all now been freed, and it will now sit completely on the deck as it should do. So that's done. So I'm happy with. And I have just manufactured a cable for now, just to go onto. Let me take you up and in. I've now manufactured a cable to actually activate the dead man's handle, because that wasn't working at all. And that's now, you can see this bit here is actually dropping when it goes out. So that's now working, and that's now been cleaned up as well, because that wasn't working. I need to double check the lead, because I couldn't shut the engine off initially. I got a feeling it's just because there's so much corrosion on here. This wasn't making the circuit up, that's why it was shut off. But I've got to test all that later on when we get it all back together. So that's all working. It just needs to have a general clean up all the way around. All these plates will be removed. That's been sheared off there, but all that will be sprayed up nice and black, along with, I'm going to be spraying, I'll lose no bits, all the exhaust up. That'll all be sprayed nice and silver, sanded back and what have you. The blade's in really good condition, so that's all working. The only adjustment I've had to make is on the top, on the dead man's handle. It does need a new handle. I've got the part number for that, but they're about £14 brand new, so I'll need to try and find, if I can't find a donor handle for that. The part number is 340179 for that, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to take all the handles off, because all the handles are all scuffed and what have you. They'll all be stripped back, sanded back, and giving a new lease of life. The throttle all works, so I'm happy with that. That works exactly how it should do. And so the handle does work to a degree. It's not correct, but it will suffice for me just for testing. So this Hayter 48 Pro will be staying with me, and the reason I bought the Dremel was for this. So let me just quickly get a piece out and just try this very quickly. And then once that's done, I'll just get my spray and a bit of rag. Quick blast with that, and it just start to get rid of all that corrosion off. It's only for cosmetic, cosmetic purpose. I don't want all that on there. It could do a little bit coarser, I would say, to knock it right off. But as I say, it's all trial and error. So in between these fins here is where I want to get to as well. So that started to do quite a good job, I think. I'm turning it up to number 5. Yeah, it's way too fierce. Number 3 is better. But all around here, on the overhead valve where it's all sort of pitted, I'm going to swap it out for the sander. Or even I'm going to try this flappy disc, actually. That might work better. I've got a flappy disc one, which could be quite good. That's all trial and error at the moment. It's a new tool. Yeah, it's picking it right up. That's good. So I'm quite impressed with a little tool for 14-15 pound. I think that's going to be quite a vital bit of kit I've got coming, or I've got for my use. So I'm quite happy with that. I figured out you just got to push that button in and turn it, lock that chuck down. That's how you do that. So pretty cool. And then once that's done, I'll just get my spray and a bit of rag. Quick blast with that, and it just start to get rid of all that corrosion off. It's only for cosmetic, cosmetic. I don't want all that on there. It could do a little bit coarser, I would say, to knock it right off. But as I say, it's all trial and error. So in between these fins here is where I want to get to as well. So that started to do quite a good job, I think. I'm turning it up to number 5. Yeah, it's way too fierce. Number 3 is better. But all round here, on the overhead valve where it's all sort of pitted, I'm going to swap it out for the sander. Or even I'm going to try this flappy disc actually, that might work better. I've got a flappy disc one, which could be quite good. That's all trial and error at the moment, it's a new tool. Yeah, it's picking it right up. That's good. So I'm quite impressed with a little tool for 14-15 pound. I think that's going to be quite a vital bit of kit I've got coming, or I've got for my use. So I'm quite happy with that. I figured out you just got to push that button in and turn it, lock that chuck down. That's how you do that. So pretty cool. Okay, so it's not a bad little bit of kit. I may also pick up some kind of solvent spray or chemical liquid to also try and aid in getting all the bits that I can't reach. So If anyone's got any suggestions as to what to use, put it in the comments below. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, the Hayter is here to stay. So as long as I can get a new carburetor, which I've been in contact with Colin Ketley, he's managed to source me a brand new carburetor. So just got to tie up with him just to pick that up or get it posted. But everything else is in the box, just wants tidying up and cleaning, I'm hoping, and then the engine should be good to go. So I think it would make quite a good addition to my little lawn actually. I do miss my Hayter. I should never have sold it, and lots of people said keep hold of it and what have you, and sell the Honda and what have you, but there you go, that's what happens. So I shall be keeping that little Hayter. And it is a pro version, so it's got all the extra handlebars on the bottom as well. So it's not everyone's cup of tea, I understand that, but it's my cup of coffee. It's what I like. I like Hayter, so I'll go with that. So that's my new tool set. Next time we come in, I dare say I'll have the storage station up and running. I'm going to put it over this side. I'm going to pick up another set as well, I think, because I want to try and utilise this area over the back more. I've got lots of stuff there that needs to just be thrown away or sorted better. So I'll get that all done. I've got a mobility scooter here, which it needs one part, but it's taking up too much room, so I may move that down the other shed out the way until that part comes down. Just in no sort of frame of mind to start that at the moment. It only needs one of them directional forward or backwards devices, that's all it needs. So I may just move it out the way to give me a bit more space, and then that way I can then use this other part of the bench to have a bit more room inside my shed, which is what it's intended to do. So I should go and do that. So that's all it was, a little tool haul and an update. Not a very interesting video, but I just thought I'd give you a little update as to what's going on. The next video will probably be, hopefully the carb will be in for that. If not, it might be a little service. I've got a service to do. I think it's a 3.5 Classic. I think it is, yeah, I think it's a 3.5 Classic Briggs I've got to do, a service on one of them, but it's got a drive, but the drive is obsolete. It wasn't running or wasn't working or something. So I know it had a drive fitted, but it was my mower which I sold, but I didn't know it had drive on it. Because there's no hand or cables, and it didn't feel like a drive. But the gentleman who I sold it to is a good friend of mine. He's brought it back in for service this year, and lo and behold, it's got a belt on it. So I might look and try and get the drive working. If not, for drive assembly will just be taken out. He's quite happy just to push it. It's a little plastic deck, so that'd be a little service on that one. So anyway, I've rambled on for long enough, and I'll let you get back to doing what you're doing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to whack the bell. That'll give you a notification as to when I do another video. But until then, take it easy. See you on the next one.